Yes, people, what is going on? I can't be arsed to set up my tripod, so we're doing it from the phone. Oh, I'm going out for Halloween and I'm going out in a good mood. Chelsea 3-0 winners at Newcastle, a place we haven't traditionally travelled to that well. We are currently, I think, 3 or 4 points clear at the top of the Premier League, thanks to dropped points by Manchester City, who lost, and Liverpool, who drew to Brighton. Big up Brighton for that one. And big up Crystal Palace. Palace, of all teams, beating Manchester City at the Etihad. Look, I'm not going to go OTT with this review. I'll still do it for a couple of minutes and talk about the game in a decent amount of analysis and do what I can. But Chelsea weren't good today. We weren't fantastic at all. We obviously got over the line thanks to 2 fantastic strikes from Reece James and a penalty from Jorginho. We obviously were missing a lot of people, and Mason Mount was out before kickoff with illness, plus people we were already missing anyway. We kind of knew what we were expecting in terms of a team selection, but we were let down by a couple of people. And the thing with, again, football is a team sport, and for me, you want people to step up to the plate. When you have these injuries, when you have these people out with illness and various different things, suspensions, whatever it be, even international breaks and different things, you have to have people that step up to the plate. Now, I think we were all hoping it was going to be Ziyech, Hudson-Odoi, Havertz. It turns out it was Reece James. Look, in terms of winning games of football, I mean, we won at Brentford when we weren't good again. We weren't that great. We kept the ball, we moved it round, and then Chilwell scored and broke the deadlock, which was fantastic for us. But actually, in hindsight, was it the best thing we could have done? No, not at all. But we got the result, and that's all that matters. We had Lukaku, we had Werner playing that day. It didn't make a difference. We just got over the line and got it done. We missed people like that today, and we still got the result. And we made it, well, on the scoreline, it looks convincing, but I mean, anyone who watched the game will know that it definitely wasn't. We dominated the ball, we dominated possession. I don't know what we ended up with. At one point, we had 82% possession, and I don't think we would have ended up with a lot less than that. But we went to Newcastle, we dominated the ball, we created chances, we created so many more in the second half than we did in the first. You could see where the problems lied, I don't know. You can see where the problems were anyway. And Ziyech got in a lot of nice areas, but didn't hit the target as many times as he should have. Didn't make really good forced keeper to make really good saves. He was a little below par today, but again got into nice areas. So there's a little bit of a tick in that for me. Hudson-Odoi was very quiet today. He got the I think it's the assist, I suppose you say, for the Reece James second goal. But did he intentionally mean it? No. Regardless, we found ourselves 3 points. We've gone to Newcastle, scored 3 goals, got 3 points, and it's great. It's fantastic. But, Kante and Jorginho, middle of the park today, were they good? I wouldn't say I wouldn't say like it's a definite, they were the best players on the pitch and really kept it ticking. They kept the ball, they moved it round. We had basically 5 people in terms of Rudiger, Thiago Silva, Christensen, and then those 2 in midfield that were always going to keep the ball. We'd never really felt much pressure in terms of Newcastle from the press because they were so focused on defending. Had Newcastle maybe have pressed a bit more and rushed on like Thiago Silva, maybe the score is a little bit different, and maybe they've gone and got a goal and then really just parked the bus. But we broke it down. It was tough, it was frustrating, it was boring to watch at times, I thought, but it doesn't make a difference. You don't have to go and win every single game by being absolutely amazing and going absolutely blowing every team out of the water. We got the job done. That's the important thing. We got the job done, and we're top of the Premier League. The goals from Reece James, I mean, composure in both of them. Obviously, he was on the score sheet last week. That's 3 in 2 games for him now in terms of the league. Chilwell's run of goal-scoring form has ended. Gutting, like he was going to continue it ever anyway. But no, look, in terms of winning team games, especially in football, what I don't want to be is one-dimensional. I don't really want one-dimensional at all. And when we have a Lukaku, we can play along the floor, we can play in the air, we can give it to his feet and he can roll, we can play him behind, whatever. That's why I really like Lukaku, because he's very much a versatile footballer that gives you multiple ways that you can win a game of football, which is exactly what you should want. You look at today's game, we obviously missed Lukaku, and it was going to be, right, Kai Havertz, we say false 9. It's not a false 9. He's pretty much main number 9. But he's not got the same properties, he's not got the same abilities and capabilities of Lukaku, and that's fine, that's fair. But if we would have been one-dimensional, we would have just lost that game. We'd have kept doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again and expecting different results that never would have came. Today, we allowed Ben Chilwell, Reece James to get forward. And again, it's about taking the pressure off of certain individuals. Again, Lukaku is one of them normally. Obviously, he wasn't playing today. It was taking the pressure off Ziyech, Havertz, Hudson-Odoi to go and break the deadlock. When you allow someone like Reece James to go and get in the box, to press nice and high, you like someone like Jorginho and Kante, can they find the killer pass? They didn't necessarily today, but still, they proved that it was definitely an option to explore. This game for Chelsea was a potential banana skin, and we've just navigated through it, and that's the really nice thing to think about. There's not, I could go on and on about individual performances, and they had one in the first half where Mendy could have came and claimed it better and blah blah. I could go into all the nitty gritty bits, but I don't need to. We won a game of football, and we won it from being a team. It happened to be Reece James got 2 of the goals, but very easily could have been someone else in that position. It very easily could have fallen to someone else. The ball could have gone into the box in a different way, and we still win 2-0 or whatever. We just navigated through it, which is something that, again, a good championship winning team does. Don't matter how you win, don't matter why you win, just win. Just win, just win, just win. And we miss people today. I mean, you look at when we won the league 2015, we played pretty much the same starting 11 every single week, bar a couple. And we knew what we were going to get every single week. We knew what we were going to get from individuals. I think it might be Aspi and Ivanovic played every minute of that campaign. But we didn't rely on the same 11 constantly coming up. We didn't rely on the same people always, being the ones that put in the shift work for us. Mason Mount was missing today. Mason Mount last week scored a hat-trick and everyone, he was brilliant, he was fantastic, and he got a Team of the Week card in FIFA, blah, 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 blah. You can't put all your emphasis on 1 or 2 players. You have to be able to win as a team and prove different ways that you can win. You know what I mean? You look at Messi yesterday. I think he got subbed off at half-time in the Paris Saint-Germain game. If you were relying on Messi's going to win you the game and he gets subbed off at half-time because he's, I didn't watch the game, he was crap or whatever. The game plan's out the window, it's gone. What you're going to do to kind of combat that? And that's what Chelsea didn't allow ourselves to do. We didn't allow ourselves to get drawn into, oh my God, this isn't working. Try different stuff. Put the pressure on other people. No, it's not even the pressure on other people, actually. It's just about people wanting to step up and make the most of an opportunity. They make the most of, getting the 3 points or doing whatever. And that's what we did today. And look, I could ramble on for ages, and I'm about to hit that 8-minute mark, which I'm loving the fact, because I can just go straight out for Halloween. But look, Chelsea won a game of football away from home. It was far from convincing, but we won it, and that's all that matters. Again, you look at far from convincing. City were probably much the better side against Crystal Palace, lost 2-0. Liverpool were probably much the better side against Brighton, drew 2-2. Another clean sheet, another clean sheet, 3 goals scored, cannot really ask for more. And Chelsea, again, are a fantastic football team, and that's what matters. We got a game in midweek against Malmo away, so we should hopefully see somewhat of a changed team, because we dealt with them quite comfortably a couple of weeks ago, and then we played Burnley before going into an international break. But with no Kovacic, no Mount, no Pulisic, no Timo, no Lukaku, 3 points, 3 goals away at St James's Park, I'm well happy, and I'm going out for Halloween. Thanks for watching, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you later. I'm not wasting any more time. Have a good night.